Hello everyone. Welcome to today's class. Chapter 3 Compound Interest Using Formula, the third part of exercise 3A. Question number 11. At what rate percent will a sum of rupees 4000 yield rupees 1324 as a compound interest in 3 years? In this problem, it is said that the principal P is rupees 4000 and after 3 years, the compound interest amounts to rupees 1384 or the rate of interest has to be calculated. So, we know the formula that amount is equal to P plus compound interest, that is sum of principal and the compound interest. Hence, amount will be equal to rupees 4000 plus 1324, that is 5324. Use the formula amount is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power n. Substitute 5324 in the place of A and P as 4000 and n as 3. Shift 4000 from right hand side to the left hand side. It results as 5324 by 4000 is equal to 1 plus R by 100 to the power 3. When we are calculating R, the common ratio, by observing the power on the right hand side, the left hand side value should be equated. So, 5324 by 4000, if you divide it by 4, the results will be equal to 1331 by 1000. Hence, express 1331 by 1000 as 11 by 10 whole cube. In the further step, it results as 11 by 10 minus 1 is equal to R by 100. Plus 1 is shifted from left hand side to the right hand side. After taking out the LCM, it results as 1 by 10 is equal to R by 100. Therefore, the value of R, the rate of interest is 10%. Question number 12. A person invests rupees 5000 for 3 years at a certain rate of interest compounded annually. At the end of 2 years, this sum amounts to rupees 6272. Calculate the rate of interest per annum, the amount at the end of the third year. So, as it is said that 5000 is the principal amount, even though the amount is invested for 3 years, the compound interest is calculated for 2 years. After 2 years, the amount is equal to 6272. So, to calculate the rate of interest, consider n the number of years as 2 years. Use the formula amount is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power n. In the place of A, substitute 6272, P as 5000 and n as 2 years. Shift 5000 to the right hand side to the left hand side. It results as 6272 by 5000 is equal to 1 plus R by 100 to the power 2. As we simplified the previous problem, here also, by considering the power on the right hand side, the left hand side value has to be calculated. So, simplify in such a way that it results as 784 by 625. It can be expressed as 28 by 25 whole square. Therefore, 1 plus R by 100 is equal to 28 by 25. Shift plus 1 from left hand side to the right hand side. It results as 25 is the LCM. 28 minus 25 will leads to 3 by 25, which is equal to R by 100. After cross multiplication, value of R will be equal to 12%. Question number 13. In how many years will rupees 7,000 amount to rupees 9,317 at 10% per annum compounded annually? This is the first problem where we have to calculate n, the number of years. Just note down the methods to be used to solve this problem. It is said that P, the principal amount, is 7,000 and the amount is 9,317. R, the rate of interest is 10%. N, the number of years has to be calculated. So use the formula amount is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power n. Substitute A as 9,317, P as 7,000 and R as 10%. Keep n as it is. While simplification, if you simplify 9,317 by 7,000, if it is divided by 7, it results as 1,331 by 1,000. Therefore, in the next step, as the power is n, which we have to calculate, let us equate the base. That means to say, express 1,331 in terms of 110 and 1,000 in terms of 100. So on the right hand side, we can simplify 110 by 100 as 11 by 10. So 11 cube is 1,331 and 10 cube is 1,000. Hence the value of n is equal to 3. Question number 14. Find the time in years in which 4,000 will produce 630.50 as compound interest at 5% per annum, interest being compounded annually. It is said that P, the principal amount, is 4,000 and the compound interest is 630.50. Rate of interest is 5%. N, the number of years, has to be calculated. As the principal and the compound interest is given in the problem, let us calculate the amount. Amount is P plus compound interest, that is 4,000 plus 630.50. It results as 4,630.50. Use the formula A is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100. Substitute A as 4,630.50, P as 4,000 and R as 5%. After simplification, on the left hand side you have 4,63,050 by 4 lakh. Try to simplify in such a way that by observing the values on the right hand side, it results as 9,261 by 8,000, that is 21 by 20 whole cube. Hence the value of n is equal to 3. While calculating n, the number of years, and while calculating r, the rate of interest, the simplification should be done in such a way by comparing the values of left hand side to the right hand side. Question number 15. Divide rupees 28,730 between A and B so that when the shares are lent out at 10% compounded per year, the amount that A receives in 3 years is same as what B received in 5 years. So a certain sum of money, rupees 28,730, is divided between A and B. As the share of A and B is not given, let us consider the share of A as Y, and hence the share of B will be equal to 28,730 minus Y. It is very much clearly said in the question that the rate of interest is 10% in both the case of A and B, and the amount which A receives after 3 years is equal to the amount of B in 5 years. Consider this equality. Try to find out the amount obtained by A in 3 years and the amount of B in 5 years, and let us equate these two values. Use the formula P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power n in both the case. In first case, that is of Mr. A, P is Y and R is 10% and n is 3. And in the second case, with the share of B, P is 28,730 minus Y and R is 10% but n is 5. In the next step, if I equate Y is equal to 28,730 minus Y into 1 plus 10 by 100 to the power 5 whole divided by 1 plus 10 by 100 to the power Y to the power 3. You can just note down where everywhere we have a product, it is easy to simplify. So after simplification, Y will be equal to 28,730 minus Y into 1 plus 10 by 100 to the power 2. Just observe the simplification, children. In the previous step, 1 plus 10 by 100 to the power 5, the value was in the numerator, and in the denominator we have the same value, 1 plus 10 by 100 to the power 3. So 5 minus 3 will leads to 2. That means x to the power of 5 by x to the power of 3. How do you simplify? It is x to the power of 5 minus 3. Hence, it will be x square. This is simplified in the similar manner. In the next step, Y is equal to 28,730 minus Y is equal to 110 by 100. 1 plus 10 by 100, after taking LCM, it will be equated as 110 by 100. Cancel the zeros. Hence you will get the value 11 by 10 whole square. That is 28,730 minus Y into 121 by 100. Shift 100 to the left hand side. That is 100Y is equal to 121 into 28,730 minus Y. Keep 100y as it is, and on the right hand side take out the product. 121 into 28,730 minus 121y. Shift minus 121y to the left hand side. It results as the sum of 100y and 121y. 121y plus 100y is equal to 221y, which is equal to 121 into 28,730. I have not calculated the product. I have kept the product as it is. Why? Because it will be easy to simplify. Hence the value of Y will be equal to 121 into 28,730 whole divided by 221. After simplification, the value of Y will be equal to 15,730. Therefore, the share of A is rupees 15,730 and the share of B is 28,730 minus 15,730. Hence, it will be rupees 13,000. By this, we have completed the solution for the problems from question number 11 to question number 15. Thank you, children. Have a nice day.